Hello, everybody. Just kind of setting up our light and everything. People will gradually stream in, I'm guessing. This is not something we do very often, and it's not something I'm like all that good at. But we're hanging out. Oh. Yeah, sure.
There are 85 people here?
I guess so. That's weird.
That's weird. Hey guys.
Yeah, I want to make sure we can see the chat.
Oh, yes.
Live chat. There we go.
I won't be able to handle the chat this time.
Oh, no worries.
Hi.
Yeah, we're in. What's up? Okay.
Ooh, okay.
So, my friends, today the plan is we're making ourselves a little cake because this thing has been such a long time coming, it's taken it's taken work, obviously. Vic, this is my beloved dear partner, Vic, of many years, has been like a huge part of that over the years, ever since the start.
I've been doing most of it, really.
You've been
writing
hosting
the
even.
videos, editing the videos, all of it.
Yeah, you hosted one. I didn't even notice. We had the same haircut. Oh, thanks for the love on the shirt, by the way. This is I bought it basically just for applications like these. It's actually super scratchy and uncomfortable. Yeah, it's awful. We found it in a value village in Toronto one day, just like going about our business, and I lost my mind. This is one thing. I think the back is actually my favorite part. I hope it's not flipped for people. I don't actually know if it is.
It might be, but if it is, I'll read it.
Yeah, read it out.
Can't wait to see you all on the battlefield in Fortnite, October 5th, 2018. And that guy is also there.
This is Reggie Fils-Aimé, former Nintendo president. I think it's a GIF that they tried to print onto a t-shirt, which I'm like, I'm obsessed with that. Yeah, apparently they have Village in Toronto. I don't know, I think of it as a very Quebecois thing. I think they name dropped it in Scott Pilgrim, which was like my awakening. Someone just called me a MILF. Ma'am, I'm 24 years old. Thanks though. Like, I'm not entirely mad. I'm not mad at all.
Of course you're not. Yes, so we're making coffee cake. Not coffee flavored cake, but the cake that you eat with coffee.
Which is it's like a cinnamony concoction, is that right?
Yeah. It's gonna be very yummy.
Yeah, I'm psyched. Oh, you know what? Before we get too far ahead, press this a little bit. One thing I want to talk about is you will, if I set this up right, see that this is also a fundraiser. What we are doing is there's a dear friend of mine of many years who basically needs money to pay for some gender affirming surgery that she needs. She's a very busy student and like a committed member of her community. I love her to death. But student life and Canada's insurance situation means that. Oh, camera's unplugged. Are we still seeing me? I hope so. Let's see. Let me know. Okay. Yes. Thanks, gang. Great. Yeah. So this friend of mine is a low-income student, a total sweetheart who's helped out on several of my videos, just in the background, like helping talk me through stuff, which is a huge part of my process. I'm not going to name names just for privacy's sake and because this is actually a surprise for her. Her boyfriend is setting this up, just hoping that we can give her this thing that she's wanted for a long time. So if you want to donate on the GoFundMe link, or you can donate as a super chat here, I'll also just send that her way, It's been so long since we did this. Yeah, I got one for you too. We are drinking a lovely brand redacted little blood orange and orange blossom thing. There's no alcohol in this. We were out real late last night, and I feel like I need a little detox. Someone says her name's on the fundraiser. Actually, that is her boyfriend's name, so I think we're all good. Yes. All right. Thanks for the $5, Vince. Appreciate that. What we are making is a coffee cake. A cake to eat with coffee. It does not contain coffee. It's like cinnamon, brown sugar. I think I'm gonna have it for breakfast tomorrow. I'm pretty psyched.
Mm-hmm. Did you grab the
Yeah. Yes, chef.
the scale?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Entertain them.
Oh God. Hey, it's just us here. What do we all think of Lily? Lily's great, isn't she? What's your favorite thing about Lily? Someone said 11 out of 10. I agree. Lily is an 11 out of 10.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, shucks.
Mega Mind Gang, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lily's a goofy goober. Such a good point.
Thanks. I'm very flattered to hear that I have a nice voice because I truly am. It's like so completely shot right now. Everyone I've spoken to today was worried I had COVID. I swear I don't. Did you just like tell them to say nice things about me?
Yeah, I said what's everyone's favorite thing about Lily?
That's so cute. Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know what else to say.
That's so sweet. Thank you for the $1 donation. Appreciate that. Truly everything counts. You know, this is all right, 5 more. Yeah. Awesome. I'm really crossing my fingers. The best way to donate is on the GoFundMe. And the whole stream will not be about this, but I wanted to get it in early. Yeah.
Please weigh out 85 grams of unsalted butter. It's not unsalted.
No, it's just normal butter. It's okay.
It's like a milk and a
Am I a weeb? Someone wants to know. Oh my God, my mom's here. Hi. Someone wants to know if I'm a weeb. I tend to say no because I've only seen like 2 anime series, both of which I really liked, but it's just like not a world I know much about. I feel like the really big ones that I hear about all have like 1 trillion episodes, and it just seems like a lot. This is a trans flag little, what's it called, that my mom made us. Dish towel. Oh, I can do this. I'm sorry I got distracted. What if I just grab a knife?
For you?
Yeah.
Put your hands on the dishwasher.
Oh yeah, it's dirty in there. Yeah. I am not much of a baker myself. So I'm very happy to have you here because I say we're baking a cake. I'm like barely cutting through this butter right now.
Why is it at minus?
What? Because I teared it
Why?
to see how much I was taking off. See, this is 80 grams. Bada boom.
You need 85 grams.
Oh. Well, is that 5 grams?
I don't know. What are we? What's happening?
I am trying to do 2 things at once, and even
Yeah,
like
that's
even
fair.
a 1 is a stretch today. You know.
That's fair. I support you.
I'm just taking a look at comments really quick. Do I like queer cartoons? Someone is asking.
Why not?
Yeah, open to it for sure. My next video has like a big section in it about a queer like animator who I really love. But as a thing, you know, not necessarily. I feel like I'm pretty like on an older media kick these days. Just because I don't know, in 2018 someone clowned on me for like all my favorite albums being from the past 2 years, and I realized they were right. So I'm trying to watch a lot of older movies. I'm doing a lot of like crime and like legal dramas these days. Let me think. I watched this really excellent one. Not that anyone has asked. I watched this really excellent one called Witness for the Prosecution, starring Marlene Dietrich as like the most beautiful woman alive. So, you know, not much of a stretch. That was just like a fun, sexy, flirty, like very suspenseful 8 plot twists. Totally timeless thing that I highly recommend. I've been on that train a little more than I have TV lately, just because I don't have that much time, you know. Trent, I'm telling you, watch it. It's super worth it. From Big Error Point. That is so sweet. Thank you for saying so, and thanks for chipping in. I see it's your first super chat, and YouTube is telling me to like celebrate that.
Super chat.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're special.
Where can you watch it? I wish I could tell you. I think I watched it on Criterion, so I think it's at least on Canadian Criterion, but I could be wrong on that. What music do I listen to? Someone would like to know. Before I get like totally self-absorbed here, can you use any help over there? No. Okay. I'm just standing. I'm truly just hanging. Okay, but what's it called? Witness for the Prosecution is what it's called. I said that at the start, but I might have slurred it a little bit. Yeah, so the situation in Canada with gender affirming care is interesting. I mean, it is like pound for pound better than most places on earth, right? I mean, like several major surgeries are covered. Definitely like my prescriptions are like at least somewhat subsidized publicly. That's cool. But they have these I live in Canada. They have these really weird kind of arbitrary restrictions on like what kind of surgeries are medically necessary and what kinds are cosmetic, to the extent that like getting bottom surgery, for instance, is deemed necessary and so it's covered, but getting a revision on the bottom surgery if something like goes terribly wrong, that costs money, I think.
Even if it's like medically necessary?
I think like medically necessary in the sense that it's like impacting quality of life, you know, in the same way that not having bottom surgery would be.
Yeah.
I think maybe if you need to be like rushed to the hospital, that's a different story. But they are technically the surgeon that is in Montreal that I believe my friend would be going to is like is privately owned. He owns his own clinic, and so he can kind of like charge up to several tens of thousands of dollars. It's a weird system. I've talked a couple times before about how our country is kind of always under the boot of privatization, you know, since the 80s or 90s. Oh my God, someone just pitched in 200 euros.
Wow.
Holy shit, thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much. That is fantastic. And I see two other $20 donations here.
Amazing.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's just huge. Yeah, Brassard is the name of the surgeon, and nice guy by all accounts, but definitely like super rich. You set foot in that clinic, and it feels like you're in like the house from Parasite, is what I would compare it to. Which
that's where you want your bottom surgery.
Oh my God, like. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Miranda, for the donation. And let me shout this out again. The best place for you to donate is directly to the GoFundMe because they take a 0% fee. YouTube takes 30%, I believe. What I'm going to do is up to a certain threshold, I will just like cover the difference. You know, if YouTube takes 30% of your super chat, I will just pay the remaining 30%. Yeah, definitely donate at the GoFundMe. It's linked in the description if you can. That is the ideal. Careful, like maybe do it anonymously because I know I've done it and they've like broadcast my dead name before with like a weird, difficult way to change that. Man, I'm like so heartened by all these donations. We were just talking this morning and I know this is gonna make such a difference in our life. Oh, so cool. Man. Oh yeah, that foreign video is out now, isn't it? I haven't actually had a chance to watch it back. Let me drop a link to this in the chat, but thank you so much for the $5 donation and for the kind words. Yeah, so Foreign Man in a Foreign Land, my Nebula colleague, I guess, co-creator, general super sweet guy, hit me up a month or so ago to ask if I wanted to talk about what do they call it? Like girl maxing. It's this weird 4chan thing where like racist white guys want to transition for like sexual reasons, which is just like a minefield of minefields, you know? Uh, but Foreign is just like really excellent, and our conversation went some interesting places. So I do recommend checking out that video. I'll share it after this is over as well. If you have seen it, I hope you enjoyed. Okay, this is not a pro 4chan space. Let me clarify. We are aware that it exists, and that's it. And like honestly, I kind of am not, because I've only ever been on 4chan for work. I've only ever been on there for research to see like what are the freaks up to these days, you know, and it's never good things. Yeah, trans maxing, not girl maxing. Just what a thing. Someone is asking what my experience at GRS Montreal was like. GRS Montreal is until recently, the only like bottom surgery clinic in the country of Canada, where I live. I live in Canada. People assume I'm American.
Where are you from?
Montreal, baby.
Montreal.
Vive le Québec.
Yeah.
Not especially. Yeah, but to answer your question about GRS Montreal, I went there a couple years ago, and I had quite a good experience. The nurses were all really helpful. It was nice that it was like free. It's definitely like I went there because it was 20 minutes from my house, you know, and if other options were available, then maybe I would have gone that way, but they're all very expensive. I think it's a good spot. I think it's fairly reputable, you know. I've had a good experience for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you so much for making a cake while I stand and talk to myself. I thought I was going to have more to do.
We make a cake together, and it's just you talk and I make a cake. I'm happy to do it.
Oh. Thank you. Where would I be without you?
Probably making a cake.
Shittier and slower, for sure. I would still be measuring out the butter. Realistically.
From earlier?
Yeah. Okay, so I will translate this comment from Flow with the Flow. Basically, okay, they're asking, are you worried about this new like experts committee being convened on trans kids in Quebec? And the answer is, of course, yes. It is a scary time to be trans in this province. I think it has galvanized a lot of people into action. I'm seeing a lot of my friends who were, you know, like casually supportive of like militant organizing move into like actual practical on the ground stuff. I have a bunch of friends who are organizing like protests and like mutual aid stuff, which is really heartening. But, you know, maybe I'll talk about this more at some point. Last month, on September 20th, the idea was that there would be protests all around Canada against gender ideology in our schools. And it was hosted, it was like organized by a Canadian Muslim organization. And they showed up, it was like families, children with their parents, people who, you know, I truly like don't strike me as like political radicals in any way, showed up, about 750 of them in Montreal, to speak out against trans rights, against like trans children. Yeah, and it was pretty horrifying. I like to think it'll be a wake-up call. I think it has been a wake-up call, actually. It has definitely like increased my commitment to doing more in-person stuff here. We've been doing some volunteering with like a clinic and all this. A plate, yeah, small plate. Yeah, but essentially a lot hinges on this next federal election. Quebec has a right-wing reactionary provincial government elected and has for, I don't know, 5 years, maybe longer now. But sorry, I read this comment and totally lost my train of thought. Actually, we were outnumbered in Montreal as well. Not the whole time. For the first couple hours, the whole time I was there, there were way more like trans people and allies. But I guess people just kept showing up on the other side. Yeah, this is actually being at that protest and then the conversations the two of us have had in the past couple weeks have kind of, yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Have kind of gotten me thinking about how transphobia is being used as like the funnel into far right politics. I think that's an interesting choice. I mean, the fact that we've been around, but it seems like people who like used to identify straightforwardly as feminists and happen to be transphobic are now like fully integrated into the far right, which is a kind of crazy thing. I'm really interested in how this movement could just like push more people to the right. The Quebec government is like very Islamophobic, and so maybe this is like maybe it is a bit of an electoral strategy. Not to say that like the Muslim community is transphobic, but just that the protests organized around Canada were majority. Like that's who was there, and so I could see it as a way for like quite bigoted people to win votes of people that they actually also want to oppress. There is plenty of time before the next federal election. So, all bets are off to some extent. I don't think we know exactly how it's going to go down. But the polls are not looking good right now. I don't want to become one of these countries like the US where all we do is talk about the next election, even when it's like 3 years away. Because I think that's fucking exhausting. But it's on my mind. It's on my mind, basically. Thanks for tuning in, Thanks for tuning in, Emily. I will see you on the flip side. Have a good dinner. Someone saw me on the bus but was too scared to say hi. You can say hi. I'm normal. I might get a little. I'm not normal? Brutal. It's definitely something I'm working on to be normal. To be normal when people acknowledge that I like have a YouTube channel. I like to think about the like public facing part of this job as little as possible. Oh, what's up? Stushi's here. Yo, what's up? This is our good bud who also has an excellent YouTube channel. Vic, any message?
I'm taller than you. That's all.
This is an ongoing beef. It's not true. A bit shorter.
No, we're the same height.
Well, because I think they're just like an inch shorter than me. And there's no debate there.
Pop it.
So, somebody has asked for advice in terms of coming out as a trans woman. And that is like a big enough topic that I don't know what advice I can give you personally. I don't consider myself a great advice giver unless I have like a lot of background here. I guess like a universal one is probably start with your friends, start with people you trust. Make sure you have like a support network if things do not go well. And maybe like if you can put out feelers, if you can gauge reactions before you come out, then I also recommend doing that, I guess. Anyway, today is a day of celebration. No one is a bigot. Megamind gang forever. Can't wait to see all of you on the battlefield. I'm assuming some new people are here. What is it? Fortnite Battlefield, October 5, 2018. Is that it?
Yeah.
Someone is of the opinion that Megamind is a trans allegory, and I would really like to hear you expand on that. Please say some more about that. I haven't seen it in like a solid 10 years.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Megamind? I don't really care. It's a good movie. I don't know why I'm shocked. Okay, for anyone who has recently tuned in, we are making, by which I mean my beloved partner Vic of many years, is making a coffee cake, which is like a cinnamon brown sugar cake that you have with coffee in the morning, or at night, or in the afternoon, I guess.
Whatever.
And I'm just like a total coffee fiend. The two of us, for a couple years, worked at a coffee company together, like a super expensive, arguably gentrifier coffee chain.
Not arguably.
No, inarguably. That's true.
Started in St. Henry.
Yeah, that's true. Catching up here. So I do not know what October 5th was in Fortnite. I googled everything to do with this t-shirt. I'm going to show it again. Megamind gang, can't wait to see you all on the battlefield of Fortnite October 5th, 2018. Whatever. I can't find anything on the internet about this. If anyone can track down any further info, the shirt isn't for sale. I assume someone just like made it for their friend, and then it was 2023 and they were like, I don't really need this, you know. It's objectively dated as far as its, you know, sense of humor. And I like it even more for that. Yo, Evie, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. That will go to my buds surging. And do I have a Curiosity Stream and Nebula sub thing? Actually, that bundle ended, I think, at the start of this year. Oh, don't lick it. Okay. I appreciate you saying that because I was really about to.
It's just butter.
it's just butter.
Butter, sugar, egg.
That doesn't sound very good.
It would be, honestly.
Okay, yeah, about the Curiosity Stream Nebula bundle. That ended at like around the start of this year, I think. Curiosity Stream did not renew their deal with us. Basically, we're still like affiliated in certain ways, but I recommend you can like just use my link for Nebula, basically, which is I will paste it in the chat. Nebula, of course, is the name of my streaming service, which nebula.tv/Alexander, I believe, is the creator-owned streaming service I am so lucky to be a part of. If you join Nebula with my link, go.nebula.tv/LilyAlexander, you can get a discount. You can get a real good discount. I'm stone cold sober, but working on like 6 hours of sleep right now. So that's what's going on here. Let's see. Okay, so someone was asking what it is. Someone figured out why it's October 5th. It's because that is when Nintendo Switch Fortnite bundle released. We've cracked the case. For those just arriving, this is Vic, my beloved partner of many years. A stream is kind of a funny thing to do because you have to say all the things so many times. And I've introduced you probably like 4 times now. But people are going to keep streaming in. It's cool. Yeah.
2 tablespoons of milk.
Yes, chef.
Really, just the milk. The apple juice needs to go.
I know the apple juice does need to go. It's what? Okay, I'll deal with that after. Yeah, totally. Oh, someone says you're having a hard time with the GoFundMe. I wish I could give tech support to that right now. But I will like do another blast probably tomorrow to make sure people don't lose track of the link. Yeah, so hopefully you'll have more luck then. I would also maybe just like change your card or something. So someone is curious about such a funny sound about being stealth and how that was for me. I've only ever been stealth like contextually, like at work or something. And what that means is basically like being kind of like the reverse of the closet, right? Like you've transitioned and now like no one in your whatever situation knows you're trans. Oh my god. Oh, mm, that's got a great texture to it, chat.
That's got a great texture to it, chat. I don't think I can do this anymore.
I really should have thanked you. It's got a great texture to it.
What pan do you want this in?
What pan? The cake? Yeah, obviously the cake. Maybe the glass one? Do you think that would work? Great. Yo, Evie Rivka, thank you so much for the $10. Oh, you have 2 in a row here. Really appreciate that. Yo. Yes, the sissification of white men is a video that I am in, and you should watch it. I haven't seen it yet, but 4 Men in a Foreign Land, one of our great minds, and just like a super nice guy. I am looking forward to that, but also a little scared. I don't think I ever answered the thing about being stealth, did I? What's that?
Nothing.
Okay.
This isn't greased.
Oh yeah,
This
sure.
isn't gonna work.
Oh, I see.
Technical difficulties.
Please stand by. Yeah, so being stealth, I mean, I guess I can't totally separate it from just where I was in my life at the time, which was like not super confident, you know? So I kind of felt like I was keeping something for my coworkers at this job that kept me from like connecting with them further. Even though, you know, some of these people were like Joe Rogan enjoyers and put that on in the cafe, you know? I wonder how that guy's doing.
I think about him often.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna wait for this to end. I think it kept me from making like connections, which is rough because I am really Mrs. Human connection is I need it. Yo, Zoe, thank you so much for the donation. That means so much. All of these are gonna go a very long way. Zoe's a fucking great YouTuber. Zoe does some stuff that I wish I could be doing, like her latest one on parental rights and like specifically relating to queer rights is like hard vouch for that. I don't remember what it's called, but just Zoe B parental rights. You should be able to find it.
No,
Those are fun. Oh, Zoe, that's so nice. I found out about you through our mutual friend Lola, who speaks so highly of you, and like the vibe in your videos is just like impeccable. And I don't know, I've thought over the years about becoming a teacher, and hearing your experience has been like very, very valuable. So thank you for that. Let me know if the audio is okay, folks. I would not know. Could not tell you.
I won't tell you.
Oh, but you could, but you're choosing not to. Exactly. For shame. Oh, this is lovely. Okay, great. Thanks, gang. Good. I feel like we have a crazy delay on like when I'm seeing the chat, so I'm sorry if I'm like 2 minutes behind at any given moment.
Why are you sorry?
Oh, just because I feel like people are answering questions probably right away, and then I'm not seeing them for a couple minutes. I don't know. Yes, baking is a little noisy. Makes sense. We're almost done. So sorry about that. I do have a nice microphone, but it is with my friend right now because we were recording a podcast, which, oh my God. We are pitching a podcast tomorrow, actually, which I haven't talked much about at all publicly. Yeah, I've been producing this podcast about Canadian drug policy, which is like a fascinating topic. We tend to in Canada just think of ourselves as like America but better, but it turns out Canadian drug policy, which I've only like started to learn about, is one of these things that actually influence like American drug policy quite a lot, and specifically how like drug criminalization is used to like keep people keep like undesirables out of the country. Um, this is totally tangential, but yes, I'm producing this podcast. We're currently in production at the Hot Docs Lab, which is a kind of big thing actually. We've only done a pilot, but we're talking to some networks tomorrow, and I'm really hoping it works out. I'm not hosting or anything. I'm just researching. I'm just setting things up, but that actually feels like a very like sustainable, much less stressful thing for me to be doing. I don't actually super love being on camera all the time, or like being the focus of attention, I should say. Um, I think I'm a much better listener than I am a talker. Yeah, so I'm working on this behind the scenes, and it's been really sick. Let me take a look. Oh, you know what? Let me just re-up this mention of the surgery fundraiser. A friend of mine who I've known for many years is basically as long as we've known each other, has needed to get these like gender affirming surgeries that are really weighing on her. And I'm not going to go into specifics about what those are, but at least uh, at least some portion of them is not covered by the government. We tend to think that free healthcare means that it would be free, but no, actually, it's thousands of dollars in this case. When the revolution comes, we will annex Canada. I am good. I'm good. I'm sorry. Uh,
Who's gonna annex Canada?
I guess the American like socialist revolutionaries.
What does annex mean?
Annex means like what Russia is doing to Ukraine.
Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything, unfortunately. I'm gonna need a definition.
Hey, this part of your country, it's mine now.
Oh yeah.
For good or evil, but
no, that's
usually
great.
not great.
The Americans taking Canada is like really historically gonna work out.
Look, no disrespect, right? Like we gotta figure this shit out somehow. Can Canada annex us? Oh, buddy, you don't want that either, I'm afraid.
How about no one annexes anyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, someone asked a while back about something. It's actually totally exited my brain now. What was it? Give me 1 second.
Doing so.
I feel like I covered that enough. It was like, okay, someone asked for my email. And yes, go on my YouTube channel page, go on the like about, and there is a section with my email in there. And someone is interested in early modern sex construction, as in like how do we define the sexes or like decide what makes them certain things. And that is such an interesting topic I don't know anything about. So email me, please. That sounds super interesting.
You found it, you get a prize. You found the one topic that Lily doesn't know anything about.
That's not true. I don't know. I don't know shit, dude. I would love to show them this after. It looks so good. Yo, Astrid is here. What's up, Astrid? Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Okay, someone is wondering about my favorite video I've made. Hmm. Do you have any? Are there any that I talk about in like a better light than the others?
I have to look at your lineup.
Sure. I definitely have the. Yeah, this is the cake. This is all like brown sugar and cinnamon, so it's gonna get all caramelized on top. I'm so hyped for this. I'm absolutely thrilled. Oh, delightful. Yeah, let me think. I am really proud of one that hasn't been getting that much love lately, which is Cinema's First Kiss, which is totally different from all the other videos on my channel. I will put my email in here. There you go. That is a video that I guess a solid proportion of the people here probably have not seen. But it was basically just me spending 3 months following this like total historical obsession of mine with the first like filmed kiss in history, which was in 1860s or no, sorry, late 1870s, around 1878, if I'm not mistaken. Could be later. Anyway, it turns out that the first ever filmed kiss was between two naked women. And there's almost nothing in the historical record about this. I read an entire book about the early filmmaker who made it, and it didn't come up once. So I was just totally baffled as to why this thing had been forgotten, and I kind of wanted to bring it back. So that's a video I feel like I actually like really brought some good into the world. I feel like I stand by that one, and also it got in the Sight and Sound poll for the year. They did a best video essays poll, which I was like totally flabbergasted to be a part of. I've never made a list before. It was cool.
I wish you guys could see Lily's stance right now.
Oh, it's deeply uncomfortable. You love it? Yeah, sure. Yo, Evie, you just keep coming with the donations. That is fantastic of you. Like legit, this friend does not need all that much money, to get her surgery, and I feel like we are gonna get her like a solid chunk of the way there tonight, which is probably like the best thing about having a platform. The idea of having a bunch of people think about you all the time, even though you don't know them, can be kind of horrifying. But the fact that I can come on here and ask y'all to help out and it happens is just like shocking. Just really, really cool. I hope we can make these surgeries happen. On the same note, Valley, thank you so much for the $15. Petition for Lily to get a chair. We're gonna move into the living room, I think. Should I do that for us? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna transition us to. Yes. Good. Okay. 1 second. You've transitioned. Congratulations. Take a look here. Chris, thank you so much. Oh my god, another first super chat, which I'm told to celebrate somehow. Yeah, good job. Sorry. I mean, actually, like, sincerely, thank you. Yeah, thanks. How long we got on the cake? 30. Not bad at all. Yes, I transed you. What's so hard to grasp about this? I'm not force femming anyone. I'm assuming if you're here, it's because you have or want to, or are my mother.
Oh,
Can we bring the kitties? Oh, good idea.
mushrooms in our cave, so I'll leave mushrooms alone.
Someone has asked if we can do a poll of who is trans here and who is not. And I'm gonna do it. I don't. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna give you some time to roll in. Oh wow, it's happening. I joke about this a lot. I don't legitimately think everyone who watches my videos is trans.
Can confirm because my mother watches your videos.
That's true. That is a cisgender woman. This is Clementine.
She's eepy.
Yeah.
I woke her up from her eep.
Oh my god. Oh, you little guy. You're seeing her at her best right now?
She's like just waking up from a nap.
We have 128 votes, and I just want to say that over 10% think they are maybe trans, which is delightful to hear. Wherever that takes you, I just love it. Keep it up. Also here for the nose. You know, I don't just do trans videos. I've actually only done like one this year, I think. Whoa, Clemmy girl.
This is Clementine. She is so fucking baby.
Absolutely. Good lord.
You're an eepy girl.
Limousin. That's her. Shout out to Master Crafted Alex, cis white male, enjoy the feminist content. You're real for that. Thank you. Hope you stick around. Oh my god. What a little dude. She can
This is how tall she gets.
Oh my god. Oh, that was the best thing. Oh.
Oh my gosh, I just oh
baby.
Good baby.
This is good. This is ideal, I think.
It's like you're all on FaceTime with us.
Yeah, I love this.
And also she's here. That's a big yawn.
Hey. Lily, do you have condolences towards straight trans girls like me? LMAO. Your relationship is so beautiful, and I wish I could have something similar. Hey, look, I sincerely believe, and like I'm empathetic to that, you know, because it's not as easy, I'm sure. It's one of those things where like you would think being trans and gay is harder, but it's kind of just not, in my experience. Yeah, you know, I feel for you. I'm sure it's tough out here. I do want to say that the friend that we are raising money for today, while not straight, is in a long-term relationship with a man who set up this fundraiser and loves her dearly and is so good to her. And I think those people are out there, you know? I mean, I know those people are out there. I've known several. I've known trans women with good boyfriends and husbands and little side piece he-theys, you know? Oh, good lord. They're not even getting the full everything of this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, buddy.
It's a Clemmy stream now.
Yeah.
Hey.
Catch up on these comments a little bit. Are all your license plates from Quebec?
Yes.
Yes, they are, because they were in a basement in where? St. Lambert?
Yep.
Yeah.
Greenfield
Park. Yeah, so they were in a suburban Quebec basement. Yeah. That is not an interesting story. One Red Lad, thank you so much for the donation. I want to, just remind YouTube does take a 30% cut on super chats, which is not ideal, but I'm keeping them open because I figure this is like easier for a lot of people than going to the GoFundMe. I haven't checked up on the GoFundMe, but if you're donating like a larger amount, if you're donating, like I would say $30 or more, it's definitely worthwhile to go do it on there so that my friend can keep all the money. That said, we have done really, really well tonight. GoFundMe's at 345. Oh, hey, that's good. It was at 10 when they started it this morning. So this is really heartening. Yo, Cosmic Omega, thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you on the flip side.
There's all kisses for me. I'm giving you kisses.
Oh yeah. This is our happy place, dude. This is everything important happens right here. We also have another cat who is not in any of the videos just because she's sleeping. She's sleeping.
Yeah, she's a needy girl.
Oh yeah, she's an angel, and I hope to get more chances to show her off.
I'm sure she would come up here and entice her.
You think so? Maybe. Wait, are you from Longueuil? My cousins are from there. No, we're not. I'm from Montreal. Grew up here. My birth certificate that says LaSalle, but that's like part of the city now. And Vic is from well, you can say if you want to.
I'm from the South Shore.
Yeah.
Of Montreal.
So not far from Longueuil. Get your butt out of there.
You're closer to Longueuil than I was.
That's true.
Probably the same.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, isn't that good? Are you happy I woke you up?
The Flow with the Flow asks, t'as commencé à quel âge les hormones? At what age did you start hormones? I was 17. Started in, 4 months after my 17th birthday, I think. I got on the treadmill earlier than that because it wasn't, they were a little more reluctant to prescribe to minors. I don't know if that's exactly how it is now. When's the cat video essay? Oh my god, great question. She shows up every once in a while. I don't know what I would say about them.
No, I think when's the video essay about cats?
Yeah, like a dedicated one, a bespoke piece. What do we have to say about cats?
I'm sure you could find some weird fact. And talk about it for an hour and a half.
That's true. Actually, I'm gonna grab my phone really quick because I have this little document, oh baby, in my Google Drive of every idea I've had for the past 3 years. And I think most of them are total dead ends, but maybe they'll make for fun little rants right now. Who knows? Megamind Gang. Can't wait to see all of you on the battlefield in Fortnite, October 5th, 2018. Is that what it says?
Yep.
Yeah, we did it.
Ooh. The Clemmy show, I think. There you go. Go ahead, Clemmy. What do you have to say?
Let her speak.
Speak.
Oh,
Kendall.
She's the star of the show. Oh,
here we go.
She looks so goofy.
You're a good girl. Oh, I know.
Oh, baby.
Hi.
This is how we spend all of our free time.
This is actually how I don't spend most of my time, in that she never is this nice to me.
Okay, nothing happened. I'm sorry, guys. She is such a beautiful baby. What is my favorite color? My favorite color is yellow. My favorite color is the yellow that I wear in a lot of my videos because I feel like it pops, Feels like sunshiny, but also comfortable. What happened is I knocked this over. It's no biggie. I'm so sorry about the sound, though.
Lily, are you Riz?
What the fuck does that mean?
Are you Riz?
I don't know. What does that mean? I know, like I've heard
You know what Riz is.
is like Riz like the ability to like flirt with
Charisma.
women. Oh yeah, okay, so like kind of. No, honestly, I don't think so. If that's any indicator.
Why do
Well,
I feel like I'm about to hear a story about a trip to Walmart? Because you are. And one time I went to Walmart and to get your parents' fluid. But then they didn't have any of the fluid there.
engine, car fluid
Yeah.
to get your parents' fluid. That's like at least a little ambiguous.
I think that was why I was going to Walmart. You were gonna list off your ideas.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna open the good old idea doc. Hello, baby angel.
That's your whole butt.
Get your butt out. Get your butt out of there.
Don't look at her butt.
It's not allowed. She is humble and modest. Please don't hurt me. Please, we're having such a good time. I'm in fucking heaven right now, gang. Lily, why was your hair so short a couple years ago? I've always had a complicated relationship with my hair, and a couple months into COVID, I just decided to buzz it. Felt like not enough. Just not worth it. I like having it long, even like this length kind of bugs me, like the bits down here. I've just always been comfiest with shorter hair. I think it's because it was quite long when I was a kid, like before I came out, and people gave me a hard time, this is comfy,
Someone else asked for another Walmart story. I don't have a Walmart story per se other than that one, but I have a Walmart fun fact, which is at least in the province of Quebec, if you go to a Walmart and you get your phone changed at the Walmart, they'll give you like a $200 Walmart gift card, which is fun.
Word to the wise.
That's all.
Yeah, that's like a very niche piece of advice.
I'm going to put it away.
Oh, good call. Thanks, love.
I'm sorry.
The person whose username starts with Z, thank you. I'm glad we're here. Let's see. Wait, millions of Jed Jenner's era Lily was 2020? Yeah, I think I filmed that video in 2020 and then released it like the second week of 2021. I spent like 4 months on that video. Absolute bonkers. Yeah, how we looking? Yeah. Oh, greetings, Fro Melberta. Thank you, Fro. Greetings to you too. Stupid joke. Okay, yeah. Let's take a look at the little idea doc. I can give a couple little rants here. Okay. Here's an idea I have. Why did the CIA fund abstract artists? And that's something that's been talked about before, but like I think in the 50s or 60s, the American government decided they would funnel money into abstract expressionism, basically to make American art seem more varied or forward-thinking or like liberated, I guess, than Soviet art, which is like a very widely discussed thing. But I think it's funny because we like even looking at modern art from like the 1930s to 50s now, people are so scandalized by it. Like you look at like a Mark Rothko and people are appalled and like grabbing the pitchforks, which makes it kind of seem like it's a subversive thing, right? And in some ways, I'm sure it is. So it's just like, it's funny to me that the US government would fund weirdo art. And finding that out also kind of like undermined my my faith in art's ability to do stuff, which was a slight bummer. Um, let's see. Okay, this is one I talk about a lot. One from the ideas doc here. A movie about a town about to be destroyed by a hydro dam. I really want to make a movie about like a small, like rural town that is about to be totally
Level.
yeah, like wiped off the map and forcibly evacuated to build a hydro dam. I don't know why, and I'm talking about this well before I have anything interesting to say about it to anyone who will listen. But if anyone ever gives me like few $1 million, that would be really cool.
Someone gives you a few $1 million. We're not making a movie with it.
What else are we going to do with it? Oh, we could buy a house. Then I'm making a movie.
Okay, cool. Someone asked if you were going to do more cooking videos.
More cooking
also
videos.
That they're from Scotland.
Oh, what's up, Scotland? Very cool. I see that Daniel Valverde just donated 5,000 of. I'm afraid I don't know what currency that is, but thank you so much. That is, yeah, thank you. That is just fantastic. I will give a little reminder here that we are raising funds so my friend can get some gender affirming surgeries that are not covered by the public healthcare system. They are deemed not important enough. They are deemed cosmetic, even though they're very important to her well-being. Oh, Costa Rican. Okay, sweet. Thank you so much. Joined just when it was going to the oven. What cake is it? We are making a coffee cake. Vic, can you describe what that is?
Yes, it is a cake that you eat with coffee. It has a layer of cinnamon streusel in the middle and a layer of streusel on the top as well, which is like a little cinnamon butter mixture, and it's going to be super yummy.
Yeah.
We still got like 15-20 minutes on there.
It sounds delectable.
Thank you.
I see people are commenting stuff about the hydro dams thing, and thank you so much. I'm like writing this stuff down right now. These little like leads you're giving me.
We do a GoFundMe.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I see a couple of people are heading out. Thank you so much for tuning in at all. This is really fun. You know, like I was a little scared going in, but this has just been very chill. J'aime Hydro by Christine Boulier.
Also,
Yes.
The Lost Villages of the St. Lawrence Seaway.
Thank you. Great. I'm sure this is just riveting. Okay. That's going away. I heard an offhand comment on the caking video that you used to make sandwiches for a living. How is that? I love food. I love working with food. It paid shitty, and because it paid shitty, I didn't work that hard. And I think if I'd worked harder, it would have been substantially better in some ways. But it was 10 minutes from my house, and I was working with this one. I was in the basement. Vic was upstairs, man in the warehouse for the coffee. It was cool. And then, oh yeah, someone wanted to know about the future of any possible cooking videos. I kind of doubt we will do more. I kind of doubt. I mean, so like that is a couple years ago, me and my younger sibling Daniel did this really fun video where we created like recipes with AI, and then we cooked them back when AI was actually like a little fun.
It was pretty like it's weird to say it was primitive, but like
yeah, it
was in its early stages. It wasn't very good at things yet.
So it could do things that were like grammatically coherent but total nonsense, you know?
Sometimes not grammatically coherent.
No, that's true. So we generated a few recipes and then cooked them, and they're about, I think 2 out of 3 were disgusting. The thing is, I mostly wanted to do that video because I was on a little AI kick before things got like totally saturated in that world. And these days, I don't know what I would like, what pretext I could cook under, you know? Maybe though, maybe. I feel like that's kind of what I wanted to do with this live stream actually, is just like I like cooking. I like talking while cooking. I like when you cook and I stand there looking pretty.
Someone's from Australia. It's
Yo,
morning time in Australia.
yo. What is the time difference? Someone let us know. Good morning. I hope you have a great, presumably October 16th, I assume?
Yes.
Yes.
They're in the future.
Excellent.
Can you tell us what happened? How many times have you gotten that joke also?
Oh my god, right?
Oh yeah, you're so good at laser tag.
Oh my god. Sushi up in the chat saying, "Don't be shy. Tell everyone what a beast you are at laser tag." Yesterday we were the two of us and her and her partner and many friends were at laser tag, and I'm not gonna lie, gang, I crushed it. I was having an asthma attack. I was removing my mask periodically to gasp for air. I was freaking out and swearing like a sailor, but I got in second place each time.
I don't know how you did that.
I did what?
I felt like I never saw you.
I saw you. That's how.
Well, to be fair, I was running around being like, I don't know what's happening.
Laser tag is just an excellent thing to do. Hot take. Someone is wondering, how do you have or gain the confidence to make videos? I guess in my case, it's just something I've been doing for a really long time. I made my first video when I was 12 years old. I was making them for like my classmates at school so they would think I was cool, you know? I was doing like songs with my best friend and like little comedy sketches and stuff, just goofy little stuff in the vein of like Ryan Higa, probably. And I guess that's just that's just like who I've grown into because of that, I think. I kind of saw making videos as like my ticket in life, especially after I dropped out of school. But honestly, like I believe that everyone has something to say. I think if you just like think about some stuff and write it down, ruminate, reflect, maybe do a little research. Like I do think it's actually a really permissive, really like open art form if you're thinking about making video essays. I think a lot of regular people who are not like in the film industry or anything have made some like fantastic work that way. I know this isn't necessarily about confidence, but just about like I think do it, you know? And it gets easier. It does like sincerely get easier. Uh my first time on camera, I feel like I was just like so like tensed up, you know, and talking like I was reading. And there are things that, you know, it's the thing they say like when you get started, your taste is higher than your ability to like create that quality, and they get closer and closer. I am not. I'm not at that point. I'm not like. I don't think I'm creating videos that are as good as the videos I watch still. But you know, it's just about it's about the struggle to get there, I guess. Oh my God, FD Signifier is here. One of the greats. I hope that's not weird. Thank you so much for the congratulations. Genuinely, FD Signifier sharing my last video was like I think what put me over the edge or what got me like a big chunk closer. Yeah, so like hugely thanks for that. It's been really cool to see like friends and like other like people I truly admire popping in today. What does my shirt say? I thought you would never ask. It says Megamind Gang. Can't wait to see you all on the battlefield in Fortnite on October 5th, 2018.
You've memorized it, my best
I
friend.
fucking got it. And this is Reggie Fils-Aimé. It's a GIF, but they printed it on a shirt.
Because you can do that for sure.
Well, you can try. I really appreciate that you're still masking. That's very sweet. Thank you. I do my best, and my next video will touch on this also. I wish more people did. Man, this is just such a supportive chat here, with some real questions, no doubt. So someone is asking why I dropped out, which is a Very good question. Do you want to feel this one? I feel like you've heard the story so many times. Because me and Vic met when I was in my second and final semester of school, like post high school. Um,
Yeah, I think, well, because I also dropped out around the same time.
and
And that was definitely because it wasn't working out and I didn't like art school. It wasn't even like drawing school, it was just like art theory, so it was like basically nothing. Um, I didn't like it. I wasn't going to my classes because I had just started dating Lily and it was a lot more fun to just stay at home.
they were just staying at my house. We were like ordering sushi and sitting on the couch all day.
Why would I go to class
Why would you go to
instead?
class? The reason I dropped out is because so I came out on my first day of school, like at all. You know, I was out to maybe a couple friends, but I chose my name on my first introductory day of CJEP, which is what is between high school and university. And I wasn't on hormones yet. I didn't have like nearly enough clothes to like show up in like girl mode every day, you know? So people were seeing a dude and treating me like one, basically, including like the queer folks there. So it was just like a bad environment. I had like lost a lot of my friends for unrelated reasons. I was just going through a lot. It was just a really rough year. Um,
Where's the link for the GoFundMe?
the link for the GoFundMe should be in the second line of the description. I'm gonna go take a look at that really quick and make sure it's in the right spot, but I do believe. Yeah, let's re-up the GoFundMe really quick. Yes. Okay, GoFundMe. Is it gonna cause problems if I'm watching my own stream to see this? Yeah, GoFundMe, second line of the description. This is my good pal, whomst privacy we are protecting today because you know, like it's kind of a lot to expose your identity and your medical needs to many thousands of people. Hi Ernok, welcome. Nice seeing you for a second. Yes, our dear friend needs some gender affirming surgery that is not covered by the province of Quebec. They, oh great. Uh, her boyfriend set up this GoFundMe to hopefully bring that like closer to being a reality for her. She is a student and like a close confidant of mine, someone who I really just like, you know, want the best for. So if you want to pop into the description, hit that link. GoFundMe takes 0% platform fee, which is like unheard of and fantastic. So any money you can put towards that is going to make a really big difference. Sincerely, thank you. It's just like, you know, I was lucky enough to get the main like surgery that I really needed for free, which is I think how it should always work. I 2 years ago got bottom surgery and it's affected my quality of life is just like staggering, you know, just like gigantic. Yeah, and I just want that for everyone. You know, I don't want there to be any sort of artificial barriers because this is, you know, this is someone who deserves to be happy with her body just as everyone else is. There's no reason that a person's fucking wealth should dictate how their body is. Like that's insane, right? Someone wants to know what the surgery is, and I'm not going to say out of respect for my friend's privacy. It is one that is not covered by the Quebec government, so it's not one that's seen as like medically necessary. But I think it's every bit as necessary as the covered ones are. You know, capitalism is deaf overrated. So true, so true. Oh, here we go, gang. The cake is out. Look at that shit. It's so this is like a crumble on top, right? So, but I gotta tell you, the heat coming off of this thing, I can hear it like sizzling, like you hear like butter sizzling in a pan right now. Oh my god! Thank you so much for making this happen.
Yeah.
Oh, just delightful. So we're gonna give this a little while.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Um,
take that other thing.
yeah, cool. Oh, I'm so hyped. It's nice to celebrate, you know? It's nice to get a win.
Good to laugh.
And I don't know. I feel like actually the the fact that I feel like trans people are both disproportionately internet famous and also disproportionately having a very difficult time. So, I guess just like a thinking of like a cis het white guy, the difference in quality of life you get from like getting a decent job is very real. But as a trans person, I have gone from pretty desperate to like better off than 95% of the people I know, And that's not because I'm making crazy money. It's because I'm making close to like, I don't know, the median wage probably. Um, and and that's just like unheard of for us. I need to go check on our cake really quick, but I swear I was getting somewhere with this. I'll be right back. Yes, we did it. What's up? Yeah, okay. Um, where I was going with that is basically like I have some apprehensions about being a public figure at all. I feel like the influence that I may carry is a lot and is probably something that should be more fairly distributed. We should probably just listen to normal people because I'm a little bit out of touch with the economic struggle that I was in a couple years ago. Um, so like the best part of my job, I think today I'm feeling like the best thing that I can possibly do is just help out my people, like I feel so good being able to like hire friends and pay them decently or do little like fundraisers like this. It is the only part that I feel uncomplicated about completely. Um, so this just feels good. I feel like I'm reaping a lot of benefits that other people deserve just as much. It's complicated. I didn't grow up with a lot of money. I grew up in, a great household, but one where I was definitely aware of money troubles. And the past, like, even couple months have been the first time where I haven't, like, known that. It's been a weird adjustment. Someone is asking what I do as a job, and it's this. It's this, and I'm producing a podcast, and that's it. See ya, John ZRQ. Have a nice night. You too. This is just a great scene in here. Was there anything we like wanted to talk about? I didn't make any plans for this at all, and I'm kind of surprised we've managed, or mostly I've managed to talk for well over an hour.
We decided to make coffee cake literally last night, so like, and we
Yeah.
went out to get the sour cream that we needed.
An hour ago? 2 hours ago?
Yep.
I may have some more questions here. Let's take a look.
Well, here, if anyone has questions, now is the time.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Do you still play guitar?
Do I still play guitar? I haven't in a couple years. I feel like I kind of hit a wall with it. Like the music I wanted to play was a little heavier, and I only have an acoustic guitar. And I feel like I kind of just like lost interest or found myself just playing the same things over and over. I still have a guitar. I still like it when I play it, but these days I'm mostly playing like melodica here and there, which is such a
Get it?
yeah, sure, such a goofy little instrument. I absolutely love it. Trent wants to know if this recording will be saved anywhere, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to do a little self promo because I was gonna forget. Yes, the stream will be saved on my Patreon, and I might also save it publicly. I'll see how I feel, but it will definitely be up as are all the streams I've done on my Patreon. We did one at 30K, we did one at 40K, and then life got busy. That was last year. Let's see. How long have you been on hormones? About 7 years. 6, 7. What do you think about carpeted bathrooms? You know, every conscious part of me is appalled, but something about a slightly squishy wet carpet, like, actually it feels like pleasing somehow. I can't justify this, but I'm gonna say complicated as I feel about everything. Game, we got the melodica. We got it here.
I will happily play for you all
Oh joy.
a tune of sorts.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus. I thought you were gonna like
I can't do anything.
Oh my god. Oh, you got me good.
See, people like it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's it's got a beautiful tone to it. I find that it records really poorly, which is kind of nice actually because um I just like can't contentify it most of the time, which is really nice because I kind of have been turning all of my life and goals and feelings into videos.
People think it's really funny.
It's funny. Yeah,
I'm gonna talk about this for the rest of the year.
You got a hit, baby.
Aha.
What do we got? Yeah, but this is just a delightful little instrument. If you can play piano, you can play it. You know, it's really that simple. I know it's mostly used to play, like to teach like kids how to play things. But it's got a gorgeous tone to it. I haven't played it in like a month or so actually, so no, I don't even know how to play the song there. I'll get back to you. Okay, I think I've seen all of these ones. These ones are caught up.
What do y'all think about carpeted bathrooms?
I have answered this, but feel free to.
Oh, you answered it?
I have. What do you
Bad.
think? Bad. That's fair.
Bad. Did you do favorite band?
Oh, favorite band. Great question. Band. I really love the band Protomartyr. Like very artsy, dense, kind of cryptic punk band with like just like this great like ragged energy, you know. I also really love Japanese Breakfast, which feels like, yeah, we get it. You're 20 something and LGBT, but it's true. Great band. Yeah, great. Question: is Montreal as cool as the Scott Pilgrim movie made it look? That was Toronto. Unless there's something that I don't remember. I think there was a girl from Montreal who was cool. And yeah, we got that kind of lady here for sure. I don't know that much English language media that is actually set here, which I would like to change personally. Now let me catch up. Oh, we got a donation, don't we? Oh my goodness. Okay. Isa Cubes, I hope that's how that's pronounced. Thank you so much. You know, every donation is really going to make a difference. This is something that as soon as the money is raised, it's going to be able to happen. This friend of mine has been on the list for 2 years and just hasn't been able to get the surgery because she doesn't have the money for it, which is ridiculous. And I think tonight we are genuinely getting her a solid chunk of the way there, which I'm very glad about. Very, very grateful for. I don't know if this question was directed at me because there's someone else's tag, but have I tried Lex is a question that is being asked. And I am on Lex, although I'm not looking to like be romantic with anyone except Vic. I'm on there just to like basically see the drama that seems to go down every day. It feels like there's little culture wars going down between like the made up group of like soft tender queers and the whichever else. I don't know, but I like keeping abreast of that. It's kind of fun. Um, Somebody asked any good queer lesbian bars or spaces in Montreal to recommend. I feel like Champs is the obvious one. I was there last night, and like that's a fun vibe. Especially, I think they just started like a dyke nights where it's like really not just like a sports bar that some gay people are at. That's a good one. NDQ has really great events. I'm not gonna have super original contributions there, I'm afraid. Is there a time limit on the GoFundMe? No, we're gonna keep that open as long as we need to. I'm hoping it doesn't go on too long because I know if it falls inactive for a long time, GoFundMe just like ends it, just like shuts it down. I'm not sure why. So we're gonna keep this pushing quite a while, as long as we can. Um, but also like hopefully we don't need to, hopefully we reach the goal this month. We will see. We will see. Any controversial or unpopular opinions? Kind of most of them, like not among this company, I assume, but most people are not big on like socialist revolution, and that is like such like dweeb shit to say out loud. But yeah, like all of my politics probably. um, Bacon is bad. Changed my mind. No, you're right. Wait, no, sorry. No, you're wrong. It's good. I don't know what to tell you, bud. It's real good. Um, Someone is asking, what other video essayists do you watch or like? And let me just drop a list in chat here of the first people that come to mind. So a couple people who've just like been here today, which is really cool. Zoe B, Jacob Geller, gotta shout out the friends. Lady Emily, I love Princess Weeks, and that's like 8 people probably. Oh yeah, like I feel like Fully Ideas Dan Olson is just like a very obvious pick, you know. Um, he's just like absolutely crushing it as of late. But he's a staggering, huge influence on me. If I was going to talk about ones who've like impacted how I approach things the most, that would definitely be down to um, Innuendo Studios or Ian Banskin, Jacob Geller for sure. I think FD Signifier's way of blending like genuine politics and just like humor and accessibility is a huge inspiration for me. The way he manages to not I don't know, it just feels like a conversation, and that's something I really would like to emulate. And the depth of his research and analysis is great. My good bud Lola Sebastian is also a big influence, as is my other good bud, Lady Emily, who 3 of us are just like peas in a pod. Emily is a hilarious person, a really fantastic storyteller, and just manages to make people care about literally anything. She'll make a video about like a dollar store themed game show or like an album I've never heard, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, philosophy too. Excellent, excellent. Totally, of course. Um, Someone would like to know about where I got my shirt from, and my good friend, Megamind Gang. Can't wait to see you all on the battlefield in Fortnite, October 5th, 2018. I found this shirt in a Value Village, which is a thrift store, Goodwill, in Toronto about a month ago. And it's so itchy and small, but it was also like $6. Yeah, and I wish I could recommend where to buy one, but I don't know. This might be the one extant copy. I'm gonna take a second to rest my voice, if that's okay. I've been talking for a solid 90 minutes. I'm just gonna take a sip. We can take it from here. Oh, God bless you, Zuzu. I should have done some warm-up exercises. Okay. People have named some other names, and yes, I also like all these other people. I was naming the ones that, like, when a video drops, I will drop everything and watch it right away. You know, there's many, many others that I watch and enjoy, including all of the ones that have been commented. Yo, Tetsuo Punk, thank you so much. That money will go straight to my good pal and her medical needs. So that is so real of you. Thank you so much. Vic just gave me a look like, what the hell are you saying? I get that most times. Let's see. Have you read Hannah Bear's book? I strongly recommend it. Oh, remind me what that book is, because it was recommended to me, I believe, like a couple days ago. And I haven't read it, and I don't remember what it is, but refresh me here. And as far as favorite books, I mostly read for work. I'm making an effort to not just read for work. I can show you what I'm reading right now. I hope that is close enough. Yeah, thank you. Books I am currently working through include this one, Bite Zine or Bit Zine. It's funny because in English it's like biting, but in French it's a dick joke. It's a trilingual zine by trans feminine writers, including many people who are my friends. It's really cool. I'm saying this, I don't actually know where you can order it. But this is just like a piece of trans feminist memoir, poetry, theory, and they're going to be publishing one as often as they can. I think there's one coming out next year as well. Just like gorgeously printed. It's English, French, and Arabic, as far as what I've read so far. Okay, Evie is coming back through. Socialist Revolution is based. Bacon is ew. I will forgive the second take for the first one. I have not seen the incel to trans pipeline and Inside Mary. I think that's the new. No, I can't remember. I have not seen it, but I'm aware of it. It is on my to watch list for sure. Yo. Oh my lord. It's cake time, baby. Let me get a good angle on this, right? Look at that. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's stunning. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. Oh, I'm so psyched right now. Yeah. You know what? I should grab the charger really quick. I will be right back. And after that, I will keep talking books and super chats.
Thoughts on pineapples on pizza? Do whatever you want.
I really like it, actually. And I understand why it would be bad on principle, but when you actually taste the thing, I don't get what the issue could be. Contrast, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things of people who are like, I hate the word moist, and I'm like, no, you don't. BuzzFeed just told you to.
Talk your shit. This is a delightful Vic spiel.
Should I keep going?
Yeah.
I don't really have anything else.
Y'all, the crunch as I forked down into that, don't worry about it. Just like truly delightful.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. 200,000. Thank you to all of you. You know, I owe this to you. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Unmatched. Oh my god.
I have to see what people are saying about it. It is a coffee cake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, drop the recipe. Good idea. Yes, we'll drop it in the...
The recipe is just from Sally's Baking Addiction. I'm sure if you look up coffee cake on Pinterest, it'll be the first one that you see.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, I have a super chat to catch up on here. Cornelius Throat, whoa, then like 3 dots. Maybe Throat Worm, Throat Woman, Throat Wolf. Okay. I missed the main melodica moment, but Melodica Men on YouTube have some super fun song covers. I'm going to check that out. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you from my friend also, although she does not know we are doing this, unless she's watching right now. Yeah, thank you so much. That's huge. That's huge. Throat Worthy. For all I know, that's your legal name, and I don't want to laugh at it. I wish I could share this with everyone right now. It is unreal. Do you mind if I steal your phone to drop the recipe in?
I'll do it.
Thank you. Thanks. Oh, gang. What a triumph. I've been stressed lately. You know, I got a new video coming out in like 2 weeks. I haven't filmed it yet. It's just been it's been an intense little time. And this is just like a really nice way to close out my weekend. So thank you. Thank you for real. Flow with the flow. Thank you so much for coming through. Very nice having you in the comments. Great presence. See ya. Oh yeah, we were on books. Okay, let me talk books. Okay, this is a book of essays and theory by Marianne Kaba. We Do This Till We Free Us. It is like an instant classic, I think, of like prison abolitionist, police abolitionist organizing. I'm just starting to read this, although I've read many of the essays in it before. But I'm finding this very helpful because my next video touches on seemingly everything under the sun. I told myself, okay, you got a month for this one. Keep it simple. We are talking about pandemic. We're talking about prisons. We're talking about like transphobes. We're talking about hinting at the climate apocalypse. I don't give myself a lot here. But this book, again, We Do This Till We Free Us, has been very clarifying and very helpful in that process. Take another couple questions.
Okay. I don't want to harp on the pineapple on pizza debate that is happening right now.
Do it.
But Hannibal, you say the only thing I'm authoritarian about, no to pineapple on pizza. But I'm also ashamed to admit that I tried and liked it. So, what does that mean, my best friend? I don't know you, but we're besties now. Maybe it's not.
True. Vic is a delight. So true.
Thanks, Linda.
Wait, what are people saying about Sufjan? I feel like I must have missed something in here.
Someone asked what you think of the new album.
Oh, what I think of the new Sufjan album. Well, I went to, on my birthday as it happens, there was an early listening session in Montreal. So I went to that and I listened to it in a record store and kind of took it in, you know. I have to admit, it's not totally clicked with me yet, but also he's my fave, you know, so I have no doubt that it will. I like everything that he's put out, genuinely. There's some really great songs. But as a cohesive piece, I need a little more time with it. Personally, I need a little more time with it. I am so thrilled that it's gotten such a glowing reception. That's That's excellent news for me. I'm rooting for our guy, you know? After I think his last couple albums, which were both quite good, like flew under the radar more than they should have. This one seems like it's going to be a hit again, which I'm very glad about. Um, yeah, to say nothing of the really tragic context of all of it, I think the mood it strikes is really beautiful, and a lot of what he has to say is just like very profound and true. You know, I'm gonna say that of my like ongoing musical obsessions, my favorite album this year so far is Mitski. Mitski's latest album has just like knocked me off my feet. It is staggeringly good. It's haunted. It is like cult ritual sacrifice folk. It's just delightful. Um, that's up there for my album of the year so far. Javelin might make it up. Like there's a very good chance, you know. I've been a fan since Carrie and Lowell, so like 8 years or something. Hmm. You've done a beautiful thing here.
Thank you.
Like, oh my god.
Ah, Hannibal was the one to found the No to Pineapple Pizza group with their friends. It still exists. However, why would you make the group if you had not yet tried pineapple on pizza? Is my question.
You know how people say that like all homophobes are secretly gay? I don't think that's true. But you were anti-pineapple on pizza, and now you're like secretly like sneaking some on the side. Parallels is all I'm saying. I'm not saying you're a homophobe or that not liking pineapple on pizza is akin to homophobia. I'm gonna get some water. I need a sec.
All right. That was before I tried it. Yes, but you should have tried it first. I don't even like pineapple on pizza. I don't have a horse in this race, honestly. It is pineapple phobia. That's true. I agree. Any thoughts on musicals? I love musicals. I'm a musical guy.
Musical guy.
Musical guy lover. No. I am a guy who also loves musicals.
Something that says dad likes leather.
This is why you make the videos and I don't.
Yes, Tempest. Hannah Berry's book is called Trans Girl Suicide Museum. You should very much read it. I have a couple friends who are like definitely trying to get me to read this book. I think I will get around to it. I think maybe the title has put me off for a little bit. Not that anything sounds bad with it. I'm just always very heavy with the weight of the world already. And like, I'm trying to read things that do not have suicide in the title, I guess. I'm sure I will get around to it. Speaking of, here's another book recommendation, gang. I've just started this one, but Tony Cade Bambara's short story collection, Gorilla My Love. I'm loving short stories these days because the whole novel is like something I'm just really bad at committing to. This is the writer who I was talking about at the end of my last video, Tony Cade Bambara. She was Black no, sorry, not Harlem, but like New Yorker and Southerner feminist. In the 60s and 70s, she was active in the anti-war movement and like doing outreach to like Cuba and Vietnam, which I think is so admirable and fantastic. She is just like an excellent writer who the first thing I read about her instantly just like changed my life and how I approach my work. So this is a book of short stories. So far, all of which are set in the United States in like different Black communities. She's just like she has this way of getting you into the head of any character, right? She speaks from like a really diverse cast of voices, sort of, and all of them are just like so charming to read and like so you really like understand the character right away just with how they speak, you know. Yeah, so this one, Tony Cade Bambara, this book I think was edited by Toni Morrison, or if this one wasn't, several other of her books were. And I'm surprised, at least among like white fiction readers. I haven't heard much about her. Highly recommend. Love it so far. Yeah. Just because someone was asking about novels and like fiction, which I don't read enough of, but I'm working on. What's this?
It's dumb.
Okay. We can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Remember you featuring Grouper in an older video. What's your favorite project of hers? My favorite project of hers is the one I was using in that video, which was Girls on the Void. Grouper, the fantastic ambient musician. My favorite album of hers is probably the first one I ever heard of hers, which is Alien Observer. That's just like a warm blanket out floating somewhere. I love that album to absolute bits. It's like a very basic pick as far as ambient music goes, but it's just lovely. What's the story of the fingertip you lost? How do you know about that? That's my question. Have I ever talked about how I lost a fingertip? Is there like biometric tracking going on or something? I'm like, yes, it's true. I did. You can't really tell now. It's going to be totally impossible. Like maybe.
I'm literally not going to be able to show that at all.
Yeah, no.
Let me see.
Well, there's the little white there, you know? It's better if there's more light. Right there. We have your IP. I guess. I'm gonna give that a sec. Yes, the story of how I lost my fingertip is I was working in the kitchen. I was quite bored. I was the manager at this time because all the previous managers had quit or been fired. And I was really bored one day and I couldn't do anything. So I decided I'm going to make as a garnish for salads or soups. Instead of croutons, I'm going to make homemade potato chips. So what I did was I had a bunch of potatoes and I was using like a mandolin, right? One of those things where you just place it on top and shave it sort of. And I wasn't using a guard because I couldn't find it. And that's how it happened. And I almost passed out. It was terrible. Actually, I'm feeling kind of queasy just thinking about it.
She texted me because I was working upstairs.
Yeah, okay, we were working at the same place,
I was
right?
working upstairs and she texted me, "Hey, can you come down to the kitchen when you get the chance?" And I was like, something's wrong. It's like something's not right here.
Mhm.
What happened? So I went downstairs and you were sitting at the sink holding your finger. And I was like, oh my God. And you were like, I was using the mandolin without a guard. And I was like, you're what?
Yeah. No, just like a real Dumbo move, you know?
And then I think I found your fingertip in the potatoes or something. It was really gross.
I don't want to hear about that. Oh my God, that's awful.
Super fair. I didn't want to hear about it either, but
Thank God you were there for me that day. Hey Lily, your shirt is amazing. Oh, what's up, Neba? Good to see you. Notes by Neba is a great science creator who's like got some really cool stuff in the pipeline. I highly recommend checking out her last 2 or 3 videos, especially. Yeah, no rush on answering my email. It's totally fine. Very low stakes. Don't sweat it.
it's not fine at all.
Yes, it is. Be nice.
But
Megamind Gang. Hope to see you all in the battlefield in Fortnite, October 5th, 2018. GIF of Reggie Fils-Aimé printed on the back. I'm gonna do it every time. This is what I signed up for wearing the shirt, obviously. This is what I wanted to have happen. Oh my God, I'm so glad you like it. I've told this story enough times now, but oh, are you going to any of these Cinéma Moderne spooky movie screenings? This is the first I'm hearing of them. I don't think I'll see The Love Witch because I hear she's kind of turfy, but I'm like no judgment if you do. I don't even know if that's true. I haven't looked into this deeply. I'm like a real chicken. I'm a real chicken. I'm gonna try to do some spooky movies this month. I'm gonna try to do both Suspirias, I think, because my friend Lola is so big into them. But I haven't seen a proper horror movie since Get Out, and before that, Paranormal Activity 2. So, and that was quite bad. Who is Trophy in the Love Witch? Okay, that's like to be fair, I'm wording this strongly. I have heard that the director of the Love Witch, the auteur, maybe writer director, has some like sort of bioessentialist ideas. My younger sibling has just texted me, "What the fuck? You lost a fingertip?" Yeah, buddy, it was probably COVID, so like I wasn't seeing you. um, yeah, sorry for that ping. I don't know how to turn that off. Um, Ooh, they're also screening the Humanist Vampire movie. Okay, that's good to know. I'm curious about that. Just the title of that movie has me very intrigued. Um, yeah, if anyone wants to drop like one and no more than one horror movie recommendation in here, I'm already gonna watch all the Ari Asters. I'm already gonna watch The Lighthouse. Um, but yeah. So I'm gonna see Hereditary for sure. I'm gonna see Midsummer. I've seen Beau is Afraid, but that didn't feel like horror to me, although it was great. Um,
I don't know how to respond to people in these comments.
you can say it out loud.
Well, Danny asked me what my favorite musical was, and I was going to answer.
Oh, talk about it. Yeah, please.
I don't know that I really have one.
Oh. Oh, that's why.
I guess it would be Wicked. Probably that one was good. Or no, Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia. I love Mamma Mia.
Oh, yeah, that's
Mamma
true.
Mia is my favorite. Both of them. They're both the best.
Is it consensus that Mamma Mia 2 is better than 1? Because I feel strongly about this. I dislike the first one, but I quite like the second one. I don't know. Chime in, chat.
I'd have to see them both again.
Mm.
I don't remember. Are we doing Trouble's costumes?
Oh, we were talking about it, but I'm not sure if it's actually going to happen. We were going to be the lesbian couple in But I'm a Cheerleader.
Yeah.
Which seems like a lot of fun. And I love that movie, but it's just the times are getting close. And I have a video coming out on Halloween, so it's going to be like a busy time,
Also, the costume that I'm going with finally is going to be much easier to do than that. And it's going to be Colin Farrell in his running gear.
Maybe if we do that, there we go.
There you go. His face. I don't know why. I think it's such a funny picture.
You're getting a bunch of reacts that are just like the staring emoji. I thought they were the laugh, but they're just like I'm assuming that's one person. That's so funny.
It's probably this.
Oh my god, probably.
Oh my god.
Getting a Halloween special? Almost, not quite. I actually didn't want it to come out on Halloween. I just planned poorly. It was gonna come out before Halloween. But it is in a way a bit of a ghost story, but not in a spooky way. So that's like a connection you can make yourself if you want to. Will it be spooky? No, it's like maybe a little grim at times. It's the first thing I'm talking about involves like true crime and murder. But like not in a way that is like fun spooky, in a way that is like morbid and heavy, Why are you in like a closet?
We're not. This is our living room.
Yep.
Hope that helps.
You got it. I have famously shown up in closets in many projects before, including on Sisyphus 55's podcast a couple months ago.
Should we show the rest of the video?
It's kind of messy in here. I don't know.
Okay. Can you show over there?
Yeah, sure. You can pick it up if you want.
The rest of our living room.
Yeah. It's a room, I promise. The reason I am frequently in rude, my house does not look like a bunker. It looks like a house.
That is so fucking funny.
Is it because of the two color walls?
Like a bunker. I've never gotten that before.
That's completely
That's
new.
so funny.
It's a normal closet.
Is that closet behind you new?
It is well and truly.
Oh, all my pottery's in there.
Yeah. Oh, Vic does pottery. Show off a couple pieces here. Vic is a very gifted potter. Let's see the goods. I like that we're just like, hi, welcome to our house. This is, oh yeah, the stuff. So none of this has been glazed yet, which is why it's all the same color. Look at that shit. Oh my god, I fucking. Look at that mug. Oh my god. Banger. You're getting some very nice like wowie zowies. You got one wowie zowie. You got one woo, yeah. Oh, this guy's cool, yeah. Is someone here going to be receiving it?
Sometimes they're Christmas gifts.
Oh, true. The reason your house looks like a bunker is because of the lack of windows to provide vitamin D. Well, we're just in the middle of our house right now. There are windows. I'm actually not showing the windows because I don't want anyone to know where I live. There are windows.
Okay, also we live in Montreal.
Yeah.
Which means that a lot of the apartments have windows at the front and at the back, and that's it.
It's a very long and very narrow place.
Yeah.
You know? So the living room is just like not, there's no window in here, but I can see a window where I'm sitting right now, you know? I'm sure you're not actually that invested in this. I don't need to give you the specifics, you know?
This is a cup. A little teacup.
Yeah. Someone's asking some surgery cues right now. So let me address that really quick. I am not raising money for any surgery that I'm getting. My friend is raising money for his girlfriend, my other friend, so that she can get surgery. This friend of mine that I've known for many years, the whole time we've known each other, has needed this like, well, a couple like gender affirming surgeries, not all of which are covered by public healthcare, basically. So basically, unless we do this, unless we go the GoFundMe route. Oh, what's this one?
It's just a big vase.
It's a big vase. Then like my friend just might not be able to get this done for several years, which is a real bummer. So yeah, like if you can, please go to the link in the description. Please pitch in. Please pitch in for my friend's surgery fund. You can also send super chats if that's like, if you already have that set up and it's going to be much easier for you. That's okay too. I'll send all that money to her. Yeah, to be clear, I'm very transparent about living in Montreal. It's specifically, I don't want you to know like where my house is, you know? And yes, this friend of mine is also a Quebec resident and is under the public health system, which in reality, the one bottom surgery clinic and just like, well, the one gender affirming surgery clinic in the province is privately owned. It's privately owned by the head surgeon, who's a very nice guy, but also obscenely wealthy from it. Yeah, so that the clinic that we have here just charges many thousands of dollars for any procedure that isn't deemed like medically necessary, anything that's considered cosmetic. And even though like these changes actually would make a big difference in my friend's quality of life, they're just like deemed not important enough. So I'm really hoping we can come through here, show up for her. She is a good one, and yeah, come through. What are you doing?
This is the picture on the wall.
Oh yeah, it's by Leonardo da Vinci. I was gonna do that, but felt like its moment has passed.
Do you own any medieval weapons?
Yeah, yes. No further questions. That's between me and God, baby.
Is that Mary and her little lamb? No, it's some lady and a ferret.
It's called Lady with an Ermine, I think.
Oh, Ermine.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
It's the mistress of some guy. We don't know what guy it is. Though.
I mean, that information is available. We just don't personally know.
I've never met him.
Yo, Daytona, thank you so much for the super chat. That's great. My friend will surely really appreciate it. That's just wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, and I hope people understand why I'm not going into specifics here about like what this person's name is. I'm not showing her picture. I'm not saying what surgeries she needs, although the GoFundMe has a little bit of info on that. Just like out of respect for privacy, it's kind of a shame that this needs to be a public concern at all, as in like that her health needs would be like in the public eye. I sincerely hope that she can just like get this done and then go about her business, and never need to fundraise for anything again. Yeah, maybe one day. But until then, that's a perk of this job. Yo, P. Elmer, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking around. And for the kind words, yeah, have a good rest of your night. Sleep tight, I don't know how to be when Vic's not right here. Love me a mistress. Word. I hear Clementine scratching on the door, so I'm gonna let her out. I'm gonna reintroduce the little lady for anyone who's missed her. Megamind gang. Hi. Hello. She made a bit of a run for it. Maybe she'll be back. Wanna come up here, buddy? Oh. She looks terrified. What's going on? She saw a crumb, and I think she thought it was a bug. Oh, honey. Oh, there we go. Hey, buddy. Reintroducing Clementine. Welcome back. And also hello, Jumies. Welcome. Well, not welcome, but hi. This is my good buddy, Clementine. Here we go. Not bad at all. Oh, yeah. This has been a very nice way to spend the evening. I don't know how much longer we'll go. Maybe like another hour. She's eating the lamp. She is, in fact, eating the lamp. Come on. Oh, you know what? While I'm here, I have one more book. One more book to recommend that I'm currently reading. I am reading. Oh, just when I thought I was gonna have something to say, eh? Oh, buddy. I'm reading The Natural Hustle by Ava H.D. I think is what it's called. Yeah, it's a book of poems. If you've seen I'm Thinking of Ending Things, the latest Charlie Kaufman movie, which I loved. It is by the poet who wrote the poems in that movie, which are like recited by the characters. That got me super intrigued, and then she also starred in and wrote a short film, another one with Charlie Kaufman, recently about just being in the city, being in the world, watching things happen, which is like the wavelength I'm usually on. I just like to watch and be in the pulse, Another one of the things that I'm like trying to develop that is not uh, monetizable, basically. Um, I get a lot out of, yeah, just like, being out in the hustle and bustle and everything. And so this is a book of poems about that experience. Essentially, it's about what you see in a big city. It's about the connections and the kind of serenity you can find. Um, Let me see if I can. Maybe I'll just read a little bit of this. I think she's a very skilled poet. Let's see. I can't pronounce most of these words on the fly, actually. Not that it's like difficult or pretentious. It's just like fine words for a soupe à l'oignon, spring afternoon, clarity of tablecloths and consommé and clear blue sky, hustling the clouds from their front row seats. And it's just sentences like that all the time. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But I don't trust myself to recite it on the spot. Natural Hustle, ADHD. Those are the 4 books that I'm reading right now, and there might be more. There might well be more. Now that I think of it, but I think that's enough. Hmm. Gang, I gotta say, this is the best piece of cake I've had in a long time. Hmm. I know, right? No, it's bonkers. The sides are really like solid and crunchy, and then the inside is just like totally crumbly and delicious. Why am I drinking water out of a mason jar? I think I got this from my parents when I moved out. I think I took it from home. Um, but also it's just at least half of the glasses we have. It just does the job. If you wanna throw in a little quick pickle red onion or drink an iced coffee, you can do it from the same little vessel. And I think there's a beauty in that. I don't think there's a beauty in that. These are just the glasses I own. Can I get chocolate ice cream because that's the only sweet at home? Yeah, yeah. Good call. Highly recommend. Um, I also don't know why they're called mason jars. That is fair. Sure. Um, all right, we got a little cheeky little gender question here, and yeah. You know what? When did you start your transition? I came out in 2016, and I got on hormones the following year. That is the answer. I was 16, 17, and now. Okay, here's something I haven't talked about. It turns out I do have 2 hours of conversation in me. Mm. So I turned 24 2 weeks ago, last week, recently. Um, little little like Easter egg for anyone who's watched on this far, anyone who's still around. I've been pulling a bit of a prank on my Twitter. I'm trusting all of you to not like reveal this publicly, but I've been telling Twitter 2 or 3 times a year that it's my birthday, so I can age at like 2 or 3 times a normal speed. So as far as Twitter is concerned, I think I turned 25 in July, and I don't know why I'm doing this. Um, I feel bad when like 30 people wish me happy birthday, and then I don't know what to do, like where to go from there. I, thank you for thinking it's a good bit. Um, I have been like some version of a public figure since I was 14 or something, and so I think I just like the idea of. Okay, well, here's the thing. Since around that time, I've gotten a lot of like, "Oh my god, but you're so young. How are you doing all this?" And it is nice, but also feels a little othering sometimes. So so yeah, it's my freaking birthday, and 24 seems great because I think it's the age where that stops happening. You know, I think now Oh, you're a professional, whatever. You're 24 years old? Sure, that's a fair age. Unless you're like a lawyer, then it's impressive. But anyone can be a fucking YouTuber, you know? Um, I'm thrilled to be 24. Everyone in my life who's older than me says that it gets easier at like 26, 27. Early 20s suck. My early 20s have actually been pretty much fine other than the plague, you know? Mm. Thank you for the birthday wishes, by the way, gang. Mm. Yo, Lady Emily in the house. What's up? Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so glad she showed up. Emily, I was just talking about you like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago or something, saying how fun you are. Um, hey, I know you don't really touch on this topic, but do you have any thoughts on LGBTQI plus? I know you don't really talk about it much. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Yeah, if anyone can let me know. I'm like, I don't know. I don't really keep up with like politics. So yeah, sorry. Um, oh, so I'm not the only one who's done this age trick. Huh. That's so fun. Oh my god, you did it to go to bars underage. That's brilliant. Yeah, that totally that's so smart. I really like that. Um, no, it is not really my birthday. My birthday was about 2 weeks ago. So I did say something about turning 24 around the time of my birthday, but I think that was like the second or third time I had turned 24 on Twitter. Um, have you ever been to the United States? Twice that I can remember. I went, I think I was like 13 the first time, 15 the second time. I went to New York City for a weekend, which was really fun on Victoria Day weekend, which I guess the Americans don't actually have as a thing, but it's just a long weekend in May, which was really enjoyable. You know, yeah, big city, Times Square. Love the Mets, baby, love the Mets. Just did all the touristy shit. You know, I was 13. It was fun. And then I went to a beach in Maine a couple of years later, which was also cool. Eventually, I assume I'll have to go for work. Which I'm looking forward to the food. I hear the weather's nice. Um, got friends there. That's pretty cool. Other than like Chicago, there's nowhere I strongly want to visit in the United States. Um, I think Chicago sounds like a really beautiful city. I don't know. I'm just like a fiend for looking at buildings and going, oh my god, look at that one. And I don't know any of the terms or anything. I don't know the flying buttress, whatever. Um, but I know a good window. I know a good window when I know a good door when I see one. And Chicago seems like a great city for aficionados of these things. It's so funny hearing people talk about New York City as a New Yorker. Yeah, yeah, that's totally fair. I I mean, if someone was coming to Montreal and just did the touristy stuff, I'm sure they would have a ridiculous image of it too. I don't claim to have a remotely real understanding of any American city, like truthfully. Maybe Plattsburgh, New York, because every Montrealer goes to Plattsburgh, New York on shopping trips. I guess there's malls there. You only hear about it from Montrealers. New Yorkers don't seem to know it exists. Get a load of Lily Doors Alexander over here. Thank you. I will wear that proudly. Um, I'm liking these travel questions. I've done a lot of travel within Canada. I've been to most of the provinces and none of the territories. It's just like a big enough country that you can see a lot of variety just doing that, you know? Um, yeah, so I've never been to Europe. I've never been to anywhere south of New York City. I've Longest flight I've been on was to Edmonton, Alberta, which is a surprisingly fun city, by the way. Like solid. I'm sorry, surprising is shitty of me, but like, uh, cool city, good culture, very nice metro. At least when I was there like 10 years ago. I would love to visit Scotland. I would like truly, truly love that. That is high on my list. I would like to go to Scotland. I would like to go to Ireland. I'd like to go to Cuba. Not like the resort stuff, you know. Let's see. Got $5 from Shala the Pretty. The good videos. So here's a little kick. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. That will go straight to my friend's surgery fund. I hope you will forgive me. um, Yeah, so super, super kind of you. Again, just to refresh, I don't know if I'm being excessive here. All the money that is donated today is going to go to my friend's gender affirming surgery fund. She should by any reasonable stretch be able to just like get it for free, but that is not the case. She is a low income student and deserves the world, and I love her. So hopefully we're gonna make this happen. Oh my God, Angela Collier is here. That's cool. That's cool. Angela Collier, a newfound living legend. Truthfully, I catch every one of her videos. If you aren't familiar, she's like this great science communicator who just talks about fucking whatever seems fun, and it always is. Thank you, Angela. Glad to have you here. That's wild. And it's me, Nick's back. I don't know if they're like coming back, but. Mm, mm. Truly, folks, the donations mean the world. Like, really outdid anything I was expecting to. Mm. On top of the GoFundMe, which where are we at with the GoFundMe? Let me take a look. We're at 515 now on the GoFundMe, which is fantastic. Um, and at least a few hundred, I think, on the super chat as well. Oh, I'm sorry. Super chat asked a question. Thoughts on One Piece and uh, Dis- Disgaea? I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I haven't seen either of them. I haven't seen much anime. I've only seen Evangelion, transgender. Obviously, and I've seen the Tatami Galaxy because I love that director whose name is escaping me right now. Uh, but whose studio is doing the new Scott Pilgrim adaptation as well. Those are the two anime series I've seen completely. I've seen episodes of others. Um, yeah, big. I'm a little intimidated, but I got some friends who are big into that world, so yeah, Tatami Galaxy was really good. Physics hasn't done anything in 20 bajillion years. Well, I am an expert in physics, so let me tell you why that's wrong. The a particle accelerator. I think that's physics. It's probably physics. Particle physics, probably. You're welcome. Are you asking if I want a second piece?
No, it's just very beautiful.
It is. It's totally beautiful. No, I'm still working on this one. Thank you. Lily is the female Neil deGrasse Tyson, but less annoying. I'm putting that on my fucking resume. That's huge. Thank you. Do you think the film I'm Thinking of Ending Things is a trans allegory? Now, that is a question. All right. I adore that movie, and I think there's a lot of gender stuff in it. I don't think it's as simple as like this is just about like being trans and the characters in it are trans, but yeah, there's some stuff going on there. I Thinking of Anything's for anyone who doesn't know. I don't want to totally spoil it, but I think there's this like meta thing about it being a movie about a woman written by a man, and it feels like the movie is almost like feeling stifled or suffocated by itself. Um, it is about a woman living inside of a man, psychologically, which is very transgender, no doubt. And I know that it's crass to project or assume anything about celebrities' genders, so I'm not going to do that about Charlie Kaufman. But I will say that, um, how do I put this delicately? Basically, without implying anything about Charlie Kaufman himself, it makes sense to me as a narrative of someone who would have loved to be a woman, but for whom it's already too late. The most obvious understanding is that's just the protagonist story. The protagonist sees femininity in kind of the same way like I used to, which is like it's this beautiful thing that is self-sufficient and strong and just like totally out of my reach. Um, the main character in that movie is very aware of how he's perceived by women, perceived as like a creep through no real fault of his own, from what I remember. Um, and I feel for him on that, you know. Great movie, great movie. Anyway, have you played D&D, and if so, what do you think of it? I've played a couple campaigns, but unfortunately, I've never finished it. I've never finished a campaign, right? Did a couple like good starter ones, those like sort of pre-built ones, but yeah, for one reason or another, the campaigns just never closed out. We never. That's a cat tail. Got all the way through. We just ran out of steam, and also COVID happened. So I'm curious about tabletop games, but I think I've given D&D my shot. I think I want to try some other ones next. Is probably where I'm at. Please don't ask me questions about my sex life. Hope that's okay. Cat or dog person? I love both. I love both the same way I love newborn children. I want to protect them from the world, and also I'm scared that I will do a bad job. But I'm also much more allergic to dogs than I am to cats. I'm technically allergic to both. These guys, I don't know. I've never lived with a dog. Maybe that's why. A cat just feels like it suits my lifestyle, my pace. You know. This is Clementine for anyone who's not had the privilege of meeting her. Look at this beautiful young lady. Look at this young debutante. Oh, she would do arson. She would. Look at that face. I mean, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Clementine. She is a little gremlin. Thank you for noticing. Settlers of Catan is a great one. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with that. Actually, I can't show you, but my laptop has a Catan sticker on it. Although I do prefer Ticket to Ride between the two. Feels less cutthroat. By beautiful young lady, do you mean yourself or the cat? Well, I mean the beautiful little young lady over here, the lady of no more than 3 years old and 9 pounds. Hmm. I wonder when we should do this again, because I'm having a nice time. I feel like the vibes are right, you know. Oh, the cake's getting put away, and it looks gorgeous. I feel like now that 100,000 has happened, like it's a little like people maybe not feel like it's worth celebrating if I do like 110, 120 and so on. But I like being live. I like taking the pulse. There's so much less pressure on this than anything else I'm really putting out into the world, you know? Let me catch up on the questions a little bit. If you think Ticket to Ride isn't cutthroat, you're clearly playing with better people than I do. Actually, it's that we instill like house rules to make it less competitive. And I lose every time, and I don't care because it's the way we play is just like a lot of fun. I feel accomplished by the end. I'm not good at. No. I'm bad at. So, we do also have house rules for Catan to make it less competitive. I mostly do it as a social thing, and I feel like I don't want to do gender about this, but like the dudes I've played board games with, the cis dudes really, um, take it much more seriously than I want to. I like a board game is great as like a social conduit, right? Let's just like hang out over a table and have something be the topic of conversation, you know? Um, how do we know that you're not 3 years old and 9 pounds? I guess you don't. I mean, from your perspective, I'm kind of 2.5 hours old and no pounds. So what do you think about that? Let's see. Let's do 127,500 subs special for no special reason. I can't think of a good reason not to. It's very nice to say that I should live stream more often. I will see about that because I'm having a good time, you know? Um, How do I crank that soldier boy? I shouldn't have even read that one because I can't come up with a funny like quip for it. Someone asked why they can't come out to their parents even though their parents were supportive, and I want to say you definitely can. You just haven't yet. It's normal for that to like take some psyching up. It took me some too, even though my parents are like progressive people. Uh, the fact is like you are gonna do it is what I tend to believe. Like I don't looking at people with supportive parents, they don't, from what I've seen, tend to stay in the closet forever. So like it is probably you are gonna do it, and it's totally fair to wait until it's a good time or wait until you feel ready. But also think about, maybe you could get started on some things that feel really like joyous for you if you do it sooner than later. I don't know. Yeah, coming out is hard. I will echo that for sure. For sure. Let's take a look. Let's see. Sorry, gang, I'm having a bit of a hard time keeping up with the comments or figuring out which ones are questions for me. Anywho, gonna go harass Elon for suspending adequate Emily. Yeah, why did that happen? I'm not clear on that. Yeah, bummer. Love seeing the Palestine flags in chat. Of course we support. Of course we do. I hope that goes without saying. I mean, this is okay. This is not something I'm prepared to like do a measured take on right now, but it is something that I'm thinking about all the time. Right? It's just horrifying. I feel like that should be acknowledged at some point because it is really truly the elephant in the room right now. In every room, every conversation I've had for the past week has like it's come to that at some point. Um, yeah, but like watch this space. I want to say I think I'm gonna try to donate a portion of my next sponsor rate to some Palestinian aid charities. Just trying to like scope them out right now. Mm. Oh yes, okay. I'm sorry I missed your question, Fairy Princess. I don't write a lot of print. However, yes, I have one other article that's published right now, and I will find it for you really quick. It's an extra magazine. What's it called? Cinema's first. It's actually just an article version of a video that I made, but fun regardless. Okay, dropping that in there. That's another article I wrote. It's not something I'm doing often. Maybe I would like to, but unfortunately, there's just not much money in writing these days. It's a true bummer. Yo, Niba, thank you so much for checking in. I'm very glad to have seen you today. Have a good rest of your night. Um, what have I missed here? Yeah, if more writing opportunities come my way, I'll be very glad. Although I also do think like I think I'm solidly good as a writer by YouTube standards. I don't know if I'm good by just writer standards. Like I have other things that can like kind of prop me up. When I'm presenting, I can like be emphatic in ways I don't know how to do without like shaking my hands and doing like smash cuts or whatever. Um yeah, but I would like to learn. Like I think if I went back to school, it would be yeah, either for film or something to do with writing. Um yeah, because someone was also asking if I would go back to school, and that's a maybe. I think about it. I think about it. Um If I ever got a chance to write a book with like a 200K advance, of course. Is it true that estrogen makes your emotions run wild? I would argue that hormones in general just like affect us because we're little creatures. Um, Estrogen, I think the idea that it makes your emotions run wild is probably just a misogynistic myth, right? Like, I actually feel much more balanced now than I did before I was on hormones. Probably like whatever combination is best for your body. For the most part, I expect that you will also feel more level with. And I don't want to like there's some complexity there because I know that some people start tea and that gives them like real stress and anger issues, and I don't want to diminish that. But I no, I don't think estrogen makes you emotionally crazy or anything. Maybe it brings your emotions to the forefront a little more, um, which is good. I think it gives you new challenges, but like they're ones that are good to deal with. Someone said, "Notice you had a Mount Erie poster in one of your videos. What are your thoughts on Phil Elverum's music?" Oh, I've gotten this question every stream I've done, and I'm so glad I have. Let me be right back. This is the Microphones Absolutely Everything box set, 1996 to 2020. I paid 250 American dollars for it, another 120 for shipping, another 80 at customs. This thing bankrupted me, and it was so worth it. I am in love with this thing. It is for those who don't know, the Microphones, Phil Elverum is a folk, eclectic, occasionally quite heavy experimental musician based in the Pacific Northwestern United States. And he's been one of my favorites for a really long time. He had this band called the Microphones, and now he does music under the moniker Mount Erie. Just like a very sweet, down to earth guy. I've spoken to him a handful of times. I've used his music in my videos, and this is on many of his albums and a book. This is like truly like an heirloom to me. This is like one of my most prized possessions because the idea was that when this went on sale, this would be the only time it ever went on sale. I think he made like 500 of them for the first run, and that was all. So I just like impulse bought because this is a very important um, like musical outfit to me. They have 4 albums, and 3 of them are among my favorite albums ever. He's also like an excellent photographer, like genuinely one of my favorites, even if he was not a musician. Yeah, this old brick, right here. Ow! I love this shit. I love it. I've been slowly building up a record collection over the last few years, which is a lot of fun. Although there's a problem with our record player right now, so it kind of like makes everything wonky. It's not like I'm not getting much use out of them. Yeah. So that answers your question. I think I've literally pulled this out on my 2 previous streams also, just because I'm proud of this shit. I'm gonna put it back. I can't help myself. I'm gonna pull out another couple. What do we got for records? Let's see. I can't find them right now. Thank you for bearing with me, my good people. Okay, well, at the very least, Numitsky. This was a birthday gift from a couple of earbuds. Again, this one just goes crazy hard. Just like, oh, I think maybe her best one, Absolute banger. Okay. Got some more music questions. I love it. See you later, aspiring mathematician. Oh yeah, beautiful cover art, right? Like I'm going like I'm hooting hollering over the font. Completely wait, slipcover. Completely illegible. Oh, just fantastic. I'm bonkers for it. You love my shirt. Oh, thank you. Mega Mind Gang. Hope to see you all on the battlefield in Fortnite, October 5th, 2018. Someone's gonna I might have to compile all of those later. Okay, music questions. By the way, gang, I think we're gonna stick on another like 15 minutes and then I may call it a night. Um, any songs stuck in your head right now? Yes. Yes. Almost always. Um, if you check out my Spotify profile, I've been keeping until recently a daily log of every song stuck in my head. The playlist is at this point about 80 hours long. Um, which of course like doesn't correspond to, I was keeping it for about a year. But it would be I would have like one song in my head all day, that kind of thing. I was taking it really seriously, and now because of like Spotify's shitty updates, I can't really like keep maintaining it. It just doesn't. It's broken. But a song currently stuck in my head is "Shit Talk" by Sufjan Stevens. Quite a good one. Quite real and like a lot sweeter than the title implies. What else? What else has been stuck in my head? I think the number one stuck in my head song on that playlist was "The Place Where He Inserted the Blade" by Black Country New Road. That is just a like belted out, just feel it, breaking down, freaking out song. I adore it. That's a good one. What do we got here? What is my favorite Mount Erie project? I think it's probably the Microphones Mount Erie album, as far as like a collective piece of work. The one that I listen to most is Lost Wisdom. Lost Wisdom is just like a really beautiful album. Um, do I like Jordan Peele movies? Yeah, yeah. Well, I haven't seen Us. I've seen uh, Get Out, 2018 or so, and then Nope a couple months back. And I love both of them. Really, really good stuff. I don't get a lot of the references or like tropes or like yeah, like I don't. I just don't know much about horror movies. So it's a little foreign, but of course it's so accessible that you don't need to like really appreciate everything he's doing. Just like a modern master, one of our best. Opinions on burial. Neck and neck with what's it called there? Cremation. Have I seen much Canadian cinema? No, and I'm working on it. I would really like to. I feel, and this is something people rightly call me on all the time. I feel like my entire like cultural perspective is very American, despite living in a francophone city in a francophone province in Canada. Um, I feel like, yeah, me and so many people I know, most of our cultural like frame of understanding about everything is just American shit. And our cultures and our situations are different enough that like you really miss out. So all this to say, I've been making an effort to watch more Canadian movies. My favorite movie of the year is a Canadian movie. It is a Quebec movie in French. It is called Red Rooms, and I'm raving about it fucking everywhere. This is a masterpiece. It's playing down the street from me. I might go see it again. Um, Red Rooms is about the serial killer fandoms. So it's about two women who are yeah, basically like showing up to a murder trial to support the killer who is quite obviously guilty. Um, one of them is the most chilling, terrifying movie protagonist I've ever come across. She is like, I think, Nightcrawler. I think No Country for Old Men. I think Taxi Driver. That kind of person, just like deeply corrupt, just totally like wretched. Um, and maybe those don't even do it justice. If you get a chance to see Red Rooms, directed by Pascal Plante, it's playing all over Quebec for sure, and probably in other parts of Canada. If not, like yeah, torrent it honestly, or like wait until it comes out on video on demand. That is like it's been compared to like David Fincher movies. It's deeply tense. It's horrifying. I've also been, and I will get to the other questions. I've also been watching Adam Egoyan is another like prominent Canadian director. I've started watching his movies lately. I'm not totally sold on them yet, but I appreciate it. I saw The Sweet Hereafter, and I'm gonna watch Exotica next. I think that's what it's called. Um, Ivy, Ivy, from one trach shave patient to another. You are so real for that. God bless you. You are gonna help my friend get her surge. Lily, am I fluent in French? I am decent in French. It's a fluctuated over the years. I've previously been fluent, and then I went back down to like can barely hold a conversation, and now I'm decent. I would say I'm decent. I'm comfortable. The French they teach us here in school is very rigid and regimented, which makes sense on some level, but it prepared me to never use French in like an expressive or personal way. So I never made francophone friends. I talk about this a lot. So I've always been in like a very Anglo bubble in Montreal. Anglo and like other people whose first language is not English or French but learned English. Yeah, but my French is decent. I'm working on getting it better just because I feel like yeah, with all this shit going on in this here province, kind of got to be able to talk to people comfortably. This is an ongoing effort of mine. I also did some German in high school, which is much less useful, but fun. Let's see. Okay. Would you make an update video about AI art given the new diffusion models available? Yeah, AI art has changed so drastically since I made a video about it 2 years ago, basically on the dot. At which point it was, oh yeah, and this is also so long ago that like most of you have not seen that video, eh? My video about AI generated art was about how I actually thought it was really cool, which is a take that has aged kind of poorly. I thought it gave us insights into like how ideas spread and disseminate and like become common. I thought that the ways it specifically like failed, I thought the ways that it was bad were really good. Like the dreamlike psychedelic thing I thought was really cool. But of course now that it's at the point where it's basically just like a human made it, but it's shitty and soulless, I find a lot less to talk about. And I feel like some very intelligent people have already said everything I want to say. So, Patrick H. Willems, fucking the man, he put out an excellent video, I want to say a month or two ago, about AI art and film. And I think he covered everything that I would in a video. I don't know. Like I'm definitely open to the possibility, but I'm trying to not just make videos that is like this is happening and that's bad. Just because I don't think that's fun to watch, and that's basically how I feel about AI art right now. It's just like it's creatively and morally bad. The stuff that we are mostly seeing, I'm sure there's some interesting stuff going that I'm not aware of. Oh, I have not seen any Denis Arcand. I would like to. I really Jésus de Montréal is high on my list. I think you did that right. Yes, I've heard excellent things. My local filmmaker friends are bugging me to watch that his movies for sure. Is France French different from Canadian French? Yes, quite a lot. So in Montreal, we have a lot of people from France come here. Just I don't know, maybe the job market. So it's totally like mutually intelligible, or at least for people from Quebec it is. But people from the rest of the French-speaking world have a hard time understanding us sometimes. Even myself as an Anglophone, my accent in French is not like neutral, c'est québécoise, definitely. Um, yeah, but I like it. I think it has a great comfort and like a rhythm to it. It just feels completely natural to me. I think Quebec French is a cool language, and unfortunately, most of the preservation efforts are by white nationalists. which is a real. Um, let's see. When you're trans, do you always have to be taking estrogen? So that is like a big enough question that I don't think I should be the one answering it. I would suggest the Reddit, the various trans subreddits. Um, it really depends on the person. Me, yes, since I've been surged, but not everyone. Fairy Princess, thank you very much for the donation. Um, yeah, see, I was just talking about this with some friends earlier today about just like the failures of French education. I think it really fails to give people a reason to want to keep going. It can be very demoralizing. It's very strict. I spoke French my whole life, but then I was failing French classes, um, just because I didn't care. You know. Okay, yeah. To clarify that hormones question, I don't think that person was meaning to imply like, do I have to take estrogen or I'm not valid? I think what they meant was probably, do I have to take estrogen once I start? Like, do I have to do it forever? And to that, the answer is usually no. It kind of depends on your medical situation. Personally, yes. I guess I could also go on T if I wanted to. Wouldn't be the worst thing. I mean, yes, it would be really bad. I wouldn't like that at all. But it would be just kind of like for the vibes of it. Yeah, but the someone beginning with I in here is hitting the nail on the head. You need some amount of hormone of some kind in you, and that's about it. I have not watched Laurence anyways by Xavier Dolan. I've seen Mommy, and that's all. That's all. My younger sibling was an extra on his new TV show, though, which I hear is grim but quite good. I hear it's like Québécois Euphoria. And my brother-in-law also worked on that show. So yeah, interesting guy. Interesting guy from what I hear. Um, Gang, I this has been a total delight. I think I'm probably gonna start closing it out. If we want to do like, I'll do like 2, 3 more minutes of questions, then I'll end the evening. I think. This has been a really nice time. Truly has. Hmm. What is my ethnic background? British Isles and French, basically. Nothing too interesting. My mom is Anglo Canadian. My dad is Quebec settler descended, basically. What kind of San Pellegrino am I drinking? Well, first of all, I will neither confirm nor deny the brand because they're not paying me, but it is Orange Sanguine et Fleur d'Oranger, which translates to blood orange and orange blossom. I will neither confirm nor deny what the brand is. It's delicious. I have not read any writing by Casey Plett, unless she did some short stories that I read. I'm not sure. But I hear great things. Yeah. All right, gang. It has been a delight. Shrek 2 or Shrek 4? I feel like I gotta go with the masses on this and say Shrek 2. I don't remember Shrek 4. Maybe I haven't seen it. Um, yeah, it's been real. Since you stuck around to the end, let me just say, new video out Halloween, if all goes to plan. It is called Transition, Regret, and the Fascism of Endings. It is about when we choose to look away, basically, and what happens after we look away from mass, just big cultural events that we're going through, whether it is COVID or crime or all of the above. It's about the end of the world and how it's not going to happen. All right. Thank you so much, y'all. This was just excellent vibes. Excellent vibes. And I'm going to go not talk for like 24 hours, probably. My voice is so shot. Someone has requested that I close out by saying bye. So, unless there's anything else, yeah. All right. Bye.